Our project manager for Sunshine Health Partners, a make-believe company, has a project where they're trying to improve on their no-show rates in some of their clinics. By using ZoomMate and going to the agenda, I can prepare for this upcoming meeting. In this case, our ZoomMate can do a deep briefing in order to be able to pull out all the necessary information for this upcoming meeting by having access to Zoom documents, chat channels, prior meetings, emails, anything I want to give it access to in order to be able to generate this meeting prep briefing. That includes a purpose of the meeting, what was covered in previous meetings, some of the worst performing sites as well as best performing sites. We want to talk through maybe some of the root causes they can capture there, key demographics, interventions that have been mentioned, open action items, suggested agenda for today's follow-up meeting, some talking points and questions to have ready, as well as some of the key numbers that should come to the discussion. I can do a more specific approach by just simply attaching the meeting and asking ZoomMate to prepare me for this upcoming meeting and get a little bit more of a brief version of a preparation. This is a little faster, a little more efficient, but doesn't have as many sources that are leveraged as we're only using the meeting to prepare. We can get a suggested meeting agenda as well as some of the key information we need to have. I can continue to engage with the use of ZoomMate by pulling in the previous meeting from the day before and asking what are some of the specific items that I need to be aware of, any calls to action or any action items that are deliverables for me or my team. In this case, I can pull out from the transcript the exact details that I need as I walk into this upcoming meeting. I can further engage with ZoomMate to be able to ask additional questions. Perhaps maybe what are some of the specific no-show rates for my location, which is in Daytona Beach? In this case, it can pull out all the detail from any documents, previous meetings, etc., and I can use the sources that have been provided to be able to dig in a little deeper. In this case, 4 of them, one of which is a document I can click on and view the details and more information down below. Going back into ZoomMate, I can continue to engage and pull out additional detail. In this case, we'll ask for the last 6 months of a trends for no-shows for this particular location. In this case, it's going to build a dashboard that allows me to be able to see all the data represented as well as a visual graph of trends specific to my location. We'll ask for some ideas. We'll brainstorm, which is a great use case for AI to be able to pull insights out from the information that's been captured at this point and get some ideas on how we might be able to solve the problem. AI can help us point us in a direction where we can do further, deeper research in order to be able to be prepared to discuss specifics about any recommended solutions. Now that we're prepared for the meeting, we can go ahead and start the Zoom meeting. We'll bring in our attendees and we'll start our My Notes meeting transcription. So once that's enabled, all the content that is discussed inside the meeting will begin to start getting captured. And as you can see, the transcript is being filled out as Paxton is going over some of the details. By selecting the attached workflow, I can choose a specific workflow and automate the steps that are involved after the meeting is over, taking manual tasks and automating them directly inside of the meeting. When that meeting is over, I can complete the note in the meeting and we can begin to start looking at those notes where I can view the transcript, search for specific components or parts of the transcript, download the transcript. I can also view my manual notes and view the workflow that we've created. In addition, add more additional workflows after the meeting. I can view the summary and I can modify that summary by changing it to the long version, short, or change to one of the other templates to modify the details that are captured in the order in which it shows. Going back to ZoomMate, I can now attach that meeting and I can ask ZoomMate to be able to help me create a follow-up detailed communication after this meeting with all of our intervention and our strategy. ZoomMate can help me create that communication and put it in a document or send it out via an email if it wishes. In this case, we'll ask for the communication to be sent via email. And we use Outlook integrated into the Zoom application here. So we'll ask it to send via Outlook, and it's identified the attendees that were in the meeting and has distributed the email out successfully to Amelia. We'll also go back and check in chat, and we can see that the Zoom workflow has generated the meeting summary with action items and a brief list of ideas.